Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio February 23, 2023. Today's moon in your 4th house puts you in processing mode. It's a time of the month for special attention to your emotional needs. Some mental tension is possible with a Mercury-Uranus transit, however, and there can be disruptions to manage. Schedule changes can certainly challenge you to grow and learn new things, but they can also throw you for a loop. With this transit, you're better off allowing room for spontaneity, but watch for communicating about a matter too soon or without enough context. Both personal interests and duties demand your attention, and it can be challenging to do any one thing well just now. It may be best to keep things open temporarily. One of the best things about you is that if you're ever feeling threatened, you will be the first one to soar in the opposite direction. On the one hand, you can think a little drama is just fun and games, but if it shocks you out of nowhere, you have no problem cutting and running. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication, will cross swords with a very dominating electric Uranus in the sky. This ensures a tremendous amount of anxiety and nervous tension that may echo throughout your entire day. Do your best to not take this out on your lover, as they'll be triggered by other aspects of their life, as well. Conversation might be terse throughout your workday. Opposing opinions will be in gridlock when Mercury in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus. Everyone has something to say, but it might not jive throughout workplace discussions. So, the energy of your workday may rapidly change depending on what comes up in conversations. Instead of doubling down on your perspective, it might be best to keep an open mind to avoid unnecessary confrontations with your coworkers. If others want to be overly stubborn, then that is on them. But you do not have to add to the tension at work. Pluto is on his own in your income sector, and apart from one more visit by the moon, it will stay that way until after nearly 15 years the planet of change and revolution leaves next month. Thanks to the moon's departure over the weekend and the smart head for money Mercury has left you with, you have everything needed to make these final weeks count. Especially with new developments on the job front before Pluto leaves. In the spiritual sense of things, you may be feeling like you can't believe your eyes. It's time to focus your inner eyes on what you feel to be lacking in the human race today. Consuming the herb known as eyebright in brewed tea, or beta-carotene found in carrots, apricots, and cantaloupes, will help strengthen your ability to trust what you see. Your insights could very well help lead the way out of an unfortunate situation. Be sure that you take the time to really listen today. The essence of this day will encourage expression, and while talking is great, there are times when closing your mouth and opening your ears can serve you better. If someone approaches you to share of themselves, encourage them to be as expressive as they can be. Your natural flair for putting people at ease makes you a prime choice for a confidant. Give those in need a shoulder to lean on. As Saturn moves into the final 2 weeks of his nearly 3-year visit to your communication sector, and the power this gives you to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to get through communication barriers, it is Mercury, the planet of communication, who is taking advantage of this. It is in the heart of Mercury's last full week in your communication sector that his friendly aspect to Mars in your relationship sector begins, something that is giving you a chance to channel a lot of this massive support and momentum into your relationships. In a case of perfect timing, it is just as Saturn moves into his final 2 weeks in your relationship sector and of a 3-year relationship boot camp that a friendly aspect between Mercury, the planet of communication here, and Mars in your communication sector begins. Having the moon join Venus, the planet of love, in her early days in your romantic sector is the icing on the cake. Our eyes in the sky. Today, we have a planetary alignment that promises to bring unexpected delights and meaningful coincidences. The planet Mercury is in Aquarius, forming a square aspect with Uranus in Taurus, indicating a day of surprises and unexpected twists of fate. This celestial event can inspire us to take action and spread some love and positivity to those around us. Consider taking this opportunity to do something kind and unexpected for someone you care about. It could be a simple gesture like sending a heartfelt message, preparing a surprise breakfast, or leaving a note of encouragement. Whatever you choose to do, let it come from a place of genuine care and appreciation for that person. Don't be afraid to let your excitement and enthusiasm shine through today. The energy of this planetary alignment can spark a sense of playfulness and adventure. Embrace the moment and be open to the unexpected. Remember that acts of kindness and generosity have a ripple effect. By spreading love and positivity, we not only brighten someone else's day but also create a more harmonious and connected world. So let's use this planetary activity as an opportunity to spread some love and luck far and wide. The celestial energies are in flux, and just before noon, the Pisces moon aligns with Neptune, heightening our imaginative powers. This cosmic event presents a unique opportunity to channel our creative energy into our work, be it artistic pursuits, writing, or problem solving. However, the influence of Neptune can also cloud our judgment and make us more susceptible to confusion and distraction. In light of this, it is best to avoid sticking to a rigid schedule today. Our emotions are likely to be more pronounced, and external factors could divert our attention, so it is wise to take things slow in the afternoon. It is also a good time to double-check our work and ensure that we are on the right track. If we must make a decision, it is essential to consider both our hearts and our heads. The emotional influence of the Pisces moon can sway us in a particular direction, but we must also take a logical approach to make wise choices. If we find ourselves struggling to choose between our heart and head, it may be best to delay the decision until we can think more clearly. Remember, our intuition and creativity can be our most powerful tools, but it's important to keep a clear head and remain grounded in reality. With a little patience and mindfulness, we can make the most of the Pisces-Neptune alignment and achieve our goals while staying true to our values. The planetary alignments of the day continue to impact us as we enter mid-afternoon. Mercury in Aquarius now forms a challenging square aspect with Uranus in Taurus, signaling the arrival of unexpected and potentially unsettling news. The resulting changes to our plans may require us to be quick on our feet, and it can be challenging to keep up with the pace of the day. Although we may be tempted to give in to frustration, it's important to stay calm and avoid getting into fruitless arguments. With emotions running high, our words and tone can be easily misconstrued, and we may misinterpret the intentions of others. Instead of engaging in conflicts, it may be best to step back and take a break to avoid making the situation worse. Think of this planetary influence as a mini Mercury retrograde, where it's best to be cautious about what we say and how we say it. It's also advisable to delay important conversations or meetings for another day to minimize the risk of misunderstandings and miscommunications. Despite the potential challenges of this cosmic event, it also presents an opportunity to learn and grow from unexpected situations. By keeping a level head and staying adaptable, we can make the most of the day's surprises and use them to our advantage. Remember, even in the midst of chaos, there is always an opportunity for growth and positive change.